Welcome to this explainer. Okay, let's just dive right in, shall we? Look, we're constantly hearing about AI disruption, and honestly, it can feel pretty overwhelming. But today, we're going to break down exactly how to transform all that anxiety into a massive opportunity for value creation. We're mapping out the exact mindset shifts and the practical steps you need to not just survive, but absolutely thrive in this new landscape.
So, I've got to start by asking you a really direct question. Are you still playing by the old rules of work? Most of us are relying on a school system that trained us to be standardized employees, right? Basically taught to fit neatly into an office or a factory. But here's the reality. AI is actively dismantling that standardized labor world right in front of our eyes. If you're still operating by that old rule book, you're kind of setting yourself up for a really tough time.
Okay, so Section 1, the end of standardized labor. Let's look at exactly why the industrial age model is collapsing.
Think back to the grandfather of capitalism, Adam Smith. He famously pointed out that economic efficiency came from doing one repetitive task over and over, basically just twisting a knob on an assembly line. And yeah, it created massive economic value, but even Smith himself admitted that it kind of destroys the human spirit. Fast forward to today, and AI is perfectly positioned to take over those exact standardized knob-twisting jobs. So the mandate for us right now? We have to stop acting like machines and relearn how to create uniquely human-centric value.
Which brings us to Section 2, the entrepreneurial mindset shift. So how do we actually make that shift? Well, the clear psychological divide is how we react to unstructured challenges. When faced with a new problem, the employee mindset immediately defaults to, wait, I wasn't trained for this. There's no rule book, so it's not my job. They completely avoid the unknown. But the entrepreneur mindset, they get deeply excited. They look at the exact same unstructured mess and see raw opportunities to build a solution. They don't sit around waiting for a manual, they just figure it out.
Moving right along to Section 3, AI is your coworker. It's time for a radical reframing.
This crucial point is captured perfectly in a quote from our source material. Don't use AI as a search tool. Give AI your hardest problem. Seriously, if you're just using it like a glorified dictionary or a basic search engine, you're missing the point entirely. Instead, you've got to view it as a highly capable coworker who is ready to untangle your biggest, most unstructured messes. You literally need to hand it your hardest problems.
And here's a highly specific, actionable framework from the source that you can use literally today to get real value. Step 1. State your struggle clearly. Step 2. Provide all the raw data, no matter how chaotic it is. Step 3. Give the backstory and context. And Step 4. Ask it to solve the problem or build a tool for you. You see, you aren't searching. You're delegating to a genius-level assistant.
To really see the power of that exact framework in the real world, consider this. A team fed 3 months of messy sales call transcripts into an AI. Well, the AI spotted a massive unseen pattern that the human team completely missed. It turns out, in 75% of those calls, the prospect mentioned they needed their spouse to help make the decision. Because the humans hadn't noticed this, they never invited spouses to the calls, and they were losing out on countless deals. The AI found the gap, wrote a new script to invite the spouses, and conversions absolutely skyrocketed. Talk about a game changer.
Let me share another inspiring little micro-story that highlights this perfectly. A new hire with zero traditional data experience was asked to figure out how to synthesize 100 different documents just to find the best performing social media posts. Now, the old employee mindset would have spent weeks wrestling with Excel formulas, but instead, she used the entrepreneur mindset, fed the whole shebang into an AI agent, and had the insights fully mapped out before dessert arrived at lunch. I mean, that is the exact figure-it-out ability we all need right now.
All right, Section 4, the power of the generalist. Let's talk about connecting the dots. True innovation is simply the connection of two or more diverse ideas that haven't been put together before. It happens when curious generalists connect dots that narrow specialists just can't see. Take Steve Jobs, right? He stumbled into a calligraphy class, loved it, and later combined that totally separate knowledge with computer programming to revolutionize typography on the Mac. Or think of the non-stick pan. It was actually invented because a guy realized the material keeping his fishing tackle from sticking together could work in the kitchen. Mind-blowing, right? Having wide reference points is genuinely your biggest asset.
So how do you actively cultivate this generalist mindset? Well, the source offers a specific method. Pause, reflect, and document. You literally go out into nature, completely away from all your screens and noise. You let actual boredom set in. Then you journal. You intentionally reflect and try to connect the dots of the past 5 years of your life. And crucially, you write.
In an incredibly fast-paced world where AI can generate text in seconds, writing it yourself is actually a proxy for true understanding. It forces you to compress and deeply understand the diverse ideas you've been collecting. Continuous learning is absolutely essential here.
Moving into the concrete financial opportunities, here's Section 5, the boomer business opportunity.
65%. That is the percentage of all businesses by valuation that are currently owned by people over the age of 65. Mathematically speaking, 2/3 of the businesses that run our entire economy must change hands in the coming years simply because these owners desperately want to retire. That's a huge shift.
And this presents an incredible, non-traditional path to wealth. Just compare the traditional corporate path, endlessly polishing your resume to slowly climb a ladder with the opportunity to acquire an established business. The secret sauce here? Cultivating a powerful personal brand. By building an audience of just 2,000 to 20,000 people who actually trust your expertise, you become the perfect candidate to take over these boomer businesses. And honestly, the best part, the retiring boomers are often entirely willing to fund the acquisition themselves if you present yourself well. No way, right? But it's totally true.
Finally, Section 6, building your lifestyle business.
Now, this crucial point challenges a major internet obsession right now. We hear so much about the dream of passive income. But the hard truth is, the desire for passive income is usually just a symptom of hating your day job and wanting an escape hatch. A true lifestyle business is a totally different reality. It's a creative, fun, highly paid journey. When you genuinely enjoy the daily work and the people you do it with, that desperate obsession with passive income just evaporates.
So, what does this new ideal business actually look like? Well, you don't need to be the next Steve Jobs, trying to change the entire globe with thousands of employees. The new ideal is small and dynamic, usually between 2 and 20 people. It's highly profitable, easily generating hundreds of thousands in revenue. But most importantly, it offers ultimate flexibility. Imagine being done by 4 p.m. to hang out with your family, or being able to travel and work from literally anywhere. This small, vibrant tribal size is actually the natural human way of working, and it provides absolute freedom.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer. I want to leave you with a provocative thought to reflect on today. What is your unique way of adding value to the world using these tools? I challenge you to stop stressing over global AI disruption, instead focus entirely on launching your own hyperlocal, human-centric contribution. Embrace that generalist mindset, use AI to solve the hard problems, and build your own incredible opportunity. The future is absolutely bright for those who figure it out. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.